Yeah?
I got myself a
Feel
whole
free.
jacket
If
like
you
this.
want to leave it in the tent.
I don't leave it in the
Are you
tent.
sure?
She's scared of the Muslims.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? From what I hear, your
I've met
experience hasn't
amazing
been pretty...
people. I've met amazing people who are Muslim, but they have been terribly abused. And I don't disagree with all this bullshit which people say. Okay, that's why I'm always protecting people. I love people, but they do bullshit to each other, and I don't like what they do in front of the camera because they try to humiliate me, saying that I'm a liar. I'm not a liar. I've met many Muslim people who have been abused. And these people are keeping, especially wives, they keep quiet about it, okay? They've been taught since young age to keep quiet about it. It's not nice. People should be free in their speech. This is what I'm saying. If they deny it, if they laugh about it, it's none of my business, but I know the truth. This is what my truth is. And
Before we
have to
begin,
protect.
sister, can I take your bag and put it in the tent for you? Yeah? Just to the side. I'll take it. I don't need to carry this.
Thanks.
The brothers will protect it, yeah? If you just watch this bag for the sister, yeah? Please, khalas. Yeah, carry on.
That's all. I don't see any nature of conflict.
Yeah.
I've been researching Islam. I had friends who are both on the right and wrong side. I've met many people from many countries. I'm not a young woman. My age is I am much older than I look. I know people, I know families, I know that people are going through hysterical abuse in the families, and I don't like it. That's why I came to speak up. And if people tell people to shut up before they speak, it's not nice.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to you.
Say.
Everything
else I agree with. I agree with the same God.
Oh, okay.
I agree with what is written in the Quran. I've been reading everything. I did my research. I did everything. I've met people. I know them personally. I can bring them tomorrow to speak to you guys if you don't like speaking to me.
You know when
they
said...
will prove you by their real lives. If you don't believe in my links, you don't want to give me your numbers.
No. It's
they
fine,
can speak to you
fine.
on the camera personally about the same abuse, the same experiences, the same bullshit. If you don't like the message, but the message is love, not the, we are right and you are wrong. You have to convert.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I agree with you on so many different points. Where I agree with you, where people should be treated with respect. I agree with you that when we look into our books, we should be an example as to what the book teaches.
Exactly.
You know, one thing I would say is that it's important to understand, like, for example, what would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself a theist, an atheist, a Christian? Would you title yourself?
I believe in one God, but I don't believe in belonging to religion.
Right.
Because I've read all the books.
Okay.
And I've experienced, there is a lot of, I would say, limitations.
Right.
Because when one person comes, they write about it. I can share about it with you. And you say, no, I didn't experience it the way you did. For example, some people believe in spirits in this way. Other people believe in a different way. But they all experience God in their own way.
Do you mean like the physical feeling?
The unseen.
The
unseen.
dreams.
We're speaking about the unseen. Okay, the mystery. The mystery which goes beyond books.
Okay.
If you're reading a book and the God comes, I know the God writes. I know that God writes. And I know how he writes, and I know what he writes, but people disagree, they create wars. They don't understand anything about each other. They think that they're enemies or they're friends. They don't know anything. The God is so much vaster than books. If you research books from, I don't know, from the 10,000 years, the God is so much bigger than all this. So trying to push a person to believe in one thing is ridiculous, because we don't know that much to understand. If you say, I know, and you don't, it is wrong. The only thing I say, I've observed people who treated others and they were doing this. We are Muslims, we can do anything. It's wrong. It's wrong. You can't abuse people and be proud of it.
No, I agree. You know when you said...
And it's not like I'm like saying that all of you guys do this. But, you know.
I understand, okay? Let's try and calm down. I would encourage, take a drink, relax.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I understand that your experience with some people, whether it be Muslims, whether it be non-Muslims, has been negative. What I want us to do is to clear the slate, clear the page. My name is Abdul Rahim. Your name?
Julia.
Yulia. Pleasure to meet you. Yulia, you know when you said that, you know, to read a book and to say this is right is God is bigger than this.
Yes.
What made you come to the conclusion that God is one? Because you say you believe in one God. What makes you, because you know when you said you studied other religions,
Yes.
we know that there's polytheism, which is the belief in many gods. There's monotheism, like Islam, for example. There's some that are different. What makes you come to this?
I will give a very simple, stupid example. Like
No, don't say stupid.
Not stupid, but
example.
like for children, example.
Yes.
For example, let's speak about paganism, right?
Okay.
You know what paganism?
Yeah.
When people believe in, they were
False
growing
gods,
up in
idol
nature,
worship,
and
yeah.
they were worshiping different gods, the god of sun, the god of... So when they were growing up, for example, if you are growing up in nature, no books, nothing. You are a child, right? No mother, no father. Let's imagine you are alone.
Yeah.
God will come and speak to you, but the God will speak to you through something. And God will make the presence.
How would you define this speak? Would it be an audible voice? Would it be through His creation?
So if for example, if you are a child, you don't understand anything. God can speak to you, can come as a wind, let's say, and you will feel the presence. It's not just normal wind, it's some special wind. Maybe there is God in it. So when the people are growing up, oh my God, there is a, like they say, angel wind or angel or the God of wind.
Okay.
So they perceive the part of God which comes as a wind.
Okay.
And say, oh my God, this is God, let's pray to the wind, so they will bring us harvest, blah, blah, blah.
And you're using that as example for the paganism.
It's a very like basic example.
Yeah.
So when you have read, for example, you have read the Quran, you have read the Bible, you have read the many
Can
books.
I just ask, sorry to interject, I'm really sorry. Do you understand the Islamic position? Do you understand, because you said you read the Quran, right?
Yeah.
And we can speak about so many different topics and subjects.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy. But I'm trying to see if you have the understanding that we hold. Because you said you've read it. So this is what I kind of want to head at.
I'm saying that...
Yeah. So what do you believe?
When I was reading the Quran, I've seen the truth. But my truth wasn't coming that, oh my God, this is the truth because I was reading the same in the Bible or blah, blah, blah.
Right.
It came from understanding, from life, from God. Because
naturally, you felt it. Alhamdulillah.
But I believe, I feel the same way that there is no war. If you know what I mean, if there is one God.
Yes.
If you believe, I know that it's like, there is one God, there is the same message, but people create different concepts. And this concept misinterpreted so much.
Absolutely.
That people start fighting. For example, I was talking to this young person.
Yes.
He said to me, but your God is not my God. And I said to him, look, I just agreed with you, but that we believe in one God.
Yeah, there can only be one.
Exactly. He said to me, no, we don't believe in the same God. And I said, how come? So to me, it's like, it's not the mature way to discuss.
It's not. Again, I'm not knocking anybody. But again, this is why I said we need to start from a clean page, because what I don't want is for you to go away and maybe having a negative experience as one of the experiences that you hold. Let's come to a common agreement.
Yeah.
The common agreement is that this God, he has to have, or I say he just as a figure of speech. We don't believe God is man or woman, but we say he because of language.
Yes.
So when we say God, he has to have certain attributes. We would say that this God has attributes like he is all-knowing.
Yes,
he must know
definitely.
everything. He has to be all-powerful. He has to have a will or an intention.
Yes.
And this God will have to be immortal as well. These are some of the attributes that we hold in Islam.
Yes.
Only some.
Yes.
God has many attributes, beautiful names, beautiful attributes. However, I've just named a few. His justice, his mercy, which is one of his biggest attributes. Would you agree with this notion?
Absolutely.
Right. And what do you think about prophets and messengers? Do you believe that people are sent to us to guide us to that way? Because remember when you mentioned the example of the person in the forest and the wind blowing, we wouldn't say that God is inside of that wind. However, for us to identify who God is, we would need a certain representative, or we would need someone who has communicated.
God is everywhere, but a person.
You believe God is everywhere?
I believe that God is everywhere,
Okay.
and God is here right now,
Okay.
observing us having this conversation.
Do you think when you say he's everywhere, do you mean in a sense where he's all-knowing, or he's physically everywhere? What do you mean?
He's everywhere. He has many dimensions, absolutely a lot of dimensions.
Okay.
So he can look through your eyes, he can look through my eyes, he can look through these eyes, but he knows everything at the same time.
Okay.